Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How's everyone doing today? I'm back with a little flip through of this little Polaroid. It ended up being a little journal, little Polaroid booklet journal that I altered in yesterday's video. I went ahead and finished it up. In fact, I was late to work yesterday because I couldn't stop working on it, and then I worked on it again last night and this morning. So yeah, I think it's finished now, but you see I have a little closure on here with this pretty kind of gauzy fabric ribbon that I made. Oh, that's like trying to pick something off there, and it's the pin. It's the bolt pin. But yeah, I have a little bronze bolt pin here with a little bronze cross charm hanging. So let's just open it up and see how it turned out. I think this was so fun. I want to find other booklets now in my stash or at the thrift store and do this again because this was a lot of fun. So the front cover, I ended up putting on, here's a little flower, those little fabric flowers I had showed you before that I cut out from a shirt. And they're just really a nice color and nice accent to use in journals. And then I put this over here. The cover looked like it needed something anyway. So I put this over here because besides the fact that it looked like it needed something, it also adds strength to when you're handling this. I mean, it's not brittle or anything. I just still would worry about it over time because it is quite old already. Just, you know, getting damaged. So I put that there for decoration and protection. And then I also did the same thing to the spine. I wasn't going to put anything on the spine. I was like, well, I kind of need to just for strength. Besides, it now it has a pretty little lace spine, but it's a piece of a tablecloth, a vintage tablecloth. Here's what it looks like on the back. It's glued down there, so that protects the spine. So let's just do a little quick flip through. And I do have a little goodie bag here, or it's an envelope. So I'm trying to, let me see if I make sure I'm in the middle here, because I brought my camera a little bit down so you could see, and maybe I won't have to pick things up. But yeah, right on the inside here, I added some, you know, music. It's coffee dye music and some Tim Holtz people. I just thought they looked perfect there. And if you watched yesterday's video, I was using a lot of my goodies from Postal Love that I received in my Patreon pack from Postal Love for July. So right here is a little pocket I put on this page. And then in the pocket, I try to put, on most of the pages, I try to put writing spots. So like say, this is a pocket and there's a Polaroid picture here, a picture of a Polaroid camera. So maybe there was writing down here, so that's why I didn't mind putting a pocket. And this is a label from Postal Love. Everything from Postal Love is vintage ephemera, original, authentic. And this is one of the things that was in that package. Very old postcard, and I added a little ticket that would for a tab here. And you can actually write on the back if you want. This has a nice deckled edge. So yeah, I forgot to say yesterday that I'm linking her Patreon and information before or below, you know, in the show more or description part under this video. And that way you can, if you wanted to go check out her information, you could click on those links. So yeah, next page. Here's where I put this card, and this provides lots of room here for whatever you might want to do. Glue in things, right? Put some pictures, or you could put something right over the top of this. It doesn't really matter. You know, I like that I like that decoration, that postal look. It has a postmark there even. That's how the card came. So I put there, that is a pocket, and this is another, like a wine label that I had received in that package and made it into a journaling card. Put it on some, this is file folder that I had dyed with some Rit dye and coffee. So that is in there as writing space for that page. You've got all of this writing space and all of this writing space. So I see I tried to either add or leave writing space on each page. And here you can still see some of the cameras there. Here I put a little side pocket. So I decorated the pocket there with a label from Postal Love. And then here this was a receipt that I received in that package, a little ticket, and this little date. I put all those together, and that's a little tab. It's on file folder. And see here I left the cameras and then that was just text under there. So that's your writing space there. Of course, you can add more to that pocket. Here I made a pocket. I was using my scrap box too for, you know, things that I needed to create for this little booklet journal, and authored booklet journal. And so this little garden page was in there, so I cut that out. That was a pretty little flowers, and that is a vintage garden book that I have. Made a pocket there, and a little journaling space here. This is another wine label. This was a separate piece that I put up there as a tab. And then here's the back. I put on some, this is printed ledger paper that I had left. It was in my scrap box. And it is very pretty. It looks coffee dyed, so, and it has red lines and blue lines, so very pretty. And see here, I left these interesting pictures on this page. I like the yes especially, and the girl down here. So yeah, that's fun stuff, I think. So that's that page. I had a lot of fun with this. And this is the envelope I received July's goodies in. So I cut it in half so you could see the postage stamps here from Belgium. And, you know, there's 4 of them. And then this is an airmail envelope. And then in this, I left this as a pocket here. So I put a journaling card in there. This is another wine. Isn't that a pretty wine label? And this was some old vintage book page I had in my stash. I think this particular one was from a dictionary, possibly, and it was plain. You know what I mean? Like the end pages, but a very sturdy, like cardstock. So that's what I backed this journaling card with, and it just slips right in there. And then in the back, I also left the back open. So I put another postcard there. That was also from, this one was used, but you could write on there if you wanted to, or just keep it as a keepsake. It has a nice stamp on it too. So that is in there. All the goodies pretty much are from Postal Love. Let's see, why can't I get that back in there? Let me look in there real quick. Let me see. It just probably is the flap from the envelope, you know what I mean? Or something, part of the envelope it was catching on. So that's, I just wanted to show you that I can get it in there also. This postcard was, this is a really pretty one with this little girl on here. This is raised right here. And it's a foreign language. I believe that might be French. And then, see, it's got a pretty picture, and then it has a flip out. I left the original back here that you can see. I made a hinge and then put this paper here. So this also flips over. And then this was actually in my scraps as it was a whole piece here, and I folded it in half and put it on here, and then left a pocket behind it. So you'll have all this too. So you could write a little bit on here if you wanted to. You can write here, all of this, and and a journaling card with a ticket for a tab. See, here's some nice, this is that paper I have that's looks like handmade paper, but it's just printed. You know, you can feel it. It's kind of thick and nice, but it's not real handmade paper. But then I put a little ticket up there for the tab. So I just try to make like really interesting pages and really interesting writing spots, you know, kind of different and unique. So you have all of that on that page. Fun, right? So on this one, I put a piece of that paper again, that handmade, looks like handmade paper. This is the text. Here's the pictures. And so I put that there for writing. Made a little tuck up spot here out of a scrap. And then I made this out of one of the receipts, part of one of the receipts that was in that package. Put it on green cardstock so you can write on here if you want. But it gave it a nice look. And this is the chocolate factory that I talked about yesterday in the video, where I was making started making this journal. So this page has a belly band. This is vintage coffee dyed music with this label. This, I believe this is probably it says address postal. Anyway, it looks like a cigarette, you know, maybe it's from wine. It says cognac on there. I don't know. It's some kind of label, and really cool label, right? Vintage, cool label. And then this is another part of that receipt, those receipts that were in that package. And this is the one I described as looking like the inside of a chocolate factory. See, it says Fabrica de Chocolate there. That's my attempt at speaking French, right? Anyway, I put this on. This was some old like planner, kind of like a planner paper, but it is vintagey and it had that kind of like, you know, starting to look old look, you know, not perfectly white anymore. So I put that back here for writing space, and it made it stronger. And then you still get the pretty receipt there too. And just tuck that right here in the belly band for the writing space on this page. And on this one here, I put this, I had this little scrapbook paper here in my scrap box, and I folded it in half like a card, and then I left it. I mean, I could have decorated this, but I didn't, because I figured someone could put something here like a writing spot or a picture or whatever they might want to glue on top of here. And then let's see, what did I do here? I have a card in back of it. Oh, this was another pretty piece in my scrap box, so I left that as a journaling card and just cut out that pretty flower and put that back here as a journaling card. So that goes right there. And then back right here, I put a double pocket. So it's a coin, 2 coin rollers, the penny, which I opened up all the way, you know, I unsealed it, opened it up and put it right here, spread it out. And then I had a nickel wrapper too. So I decided to make a double pocket and put that, kept that one together and just put it here. So let me take this out so you can see better. I have little pieces in here, so you can see better now. Kind of looks like that with the card closed. See that? And then I put a little label from the package there, so to decorate. But I think that came out really cute. So that's an idea for your, if you have coin wrappers and you don't know what to do with them. This is a piece of the receipt that was left. I didn't want to waste it, so I put it on some of that planner paper. It can be written on both sides, really. But this is the receipt part, the kind of real thin, almost onion skin type paper that receipt was made out of. And then this is paper on the back. So I just stuck that in here in the back pocket. And then these are just some extra pieces from Postal Love that I thought maybe somebody could have fun with. Some tickets. See, 2 different ones. They both have writing on the back and the front. Really cute. And one of these little crescent moon looking things. So I put those right here in the front for fun to be used. So that's that page. So I try to do something different on every page. So this one is, these were pieces of, let's see, I think these were dictionary. Yeah, I think these were dictionary pages I had in my scrap box. And this was one label here, and I cut it in half. I put half of it on this little piece to decorate and half of it up here. And so now you have, this is very old paper from a dictionary, very old dictionary. And so I left it there as 2 little, you know, cards to open up and do whatever you want in here on that page. So, and you still get to see some of the pictures over here and some of the text. This one, I love these pictures on this page. Look at these pictures. They're so cool. I love this one with the 3 girls and the sunglasses and this lady on the phone, right? So cute. So I did not want to cover those up. So I put coffee dyed paper here where the text was and just added this little bit of kind of a cluster there to decorate that page. This piece right here is from Postal Love, and the other 2 I had already. So that was cute, and a lot of writing room there. So fun, right? This one I decided to also leave the pictures. Really cute. Little family here and a dog. Some donkeys. So cute. And then I just put a doily here with one of the labels from the Postal Love. And then you can write here or do whatever. Just a fun page. And then this is the other half of the envelope. You know, the other one I showed you already. So for this one, I made a little pocket here because this is where the address label was. So I made that little pocket out of just a scrap I had in my scrap box. And then I decorated it with this piece. This little soda label was in the Postal Love package. These stamps were already on there. So those are stamps from Belgium. And then I put 2 tickets in there, 2 different ones. The tickets were different colors, so I tried to add all different colors. So you have options there. Oh yeah, this opens up. I forgot. Yeah, this was a scrap, and I made a little opening there. That's right. I forgot about that. So that opens up. You have writing space there. Okay, then you have the 2 little tickets back there in the pocket. Here, this was, the envelope was sealed with a wax seal. So it ended up being right here, like a little tab, but it is a wax seal, so I would be careful. It probably could break off pretty easily. So far, I've managed not to break it off. So when I package it, it's going to be packaged carefully with bubble wrap. So I hope I'll keep my fingers crossed for it going through the mail. But then I left it. See, it was an envelope, so I left it here. That's why the flap is like this too, so I could leave the pocket and you have a journaling card in there on some of that green cardstock. And this is another wine label, but look how pretty the colors and everything. Very pretty. I made some really nice journaling cards, and so that just tucks in there. So that's that page, and that is the back cover. And then on the back cover, it was just all text here. Pretty boring, right? Plus, I wanted to strengthen the page, like I said. So I put this envelope. This envelope, I couldn't believe fit here perfectly. I was looking through my envelopes, thinking I was going to have to cut something down, and I found this one. The color was good, the size was good, so I put it here, and I glued it all down so that it would strengthen the page. I put this little label here. I thought this looked perfect right there. You've got the decoration from the spine lace, and then I left it open so you could put things in here. I did put a extra label, or extra few goodies, I see. Forgot what I put in here. Let's see. I think there's something else in here. Yeah, a few things in here from the Postal Love package, so you could have fun with those. See, I didn't do anything with them. This is one of the wine labels, you know, and all these little pieces here. A couple of these little pieces with the crown. And then this piece here. So fun, right? So those are in there, and then we'll go through the goodie pack real quick. Goodie envelope, I should say. I wasn't going to do a goodie envelope because it's not like a regular, it's not like one of my, I've never done a journal just like this before. Pretty much, I did a little dictionary journal. I guess that's the most comparable thing, that little mini dictionary that I made into a journal. Was it a dictionary, or no, it was a little sewing manual instruction book. That's what I'm thinking of. So yeah, that's the most comparable thing. So yeah, I wasn't going to do a goodie bag with this because it's just, you know, it's so altered, you know, it's not like I've made the spine and, you know, all that. I altered this little booklet, but I said, well, let me go ahead because, you know, somebody might need some goodies, right? So I was getting them together, and it was a small package, so I was looking for something to put it in, and I found these little envelopes I had made out of, this was made out of a 101 Dalmatians book, where some of it was messed up, you know, and written and things, and I just was salvaging pages that I could use, so I made this one into an envelope, and it's so cute, right? Look how cute that is. And then I put quite a few goodies in here, really. So I'll show you what's in here. It's just little pieces that you could use to make journaling cards, writing spots. So this is a piece of wallpaper. This is a vintage postage, you know, postal label where it says from to. It's just an old one. This is some of that handmade paper. That is not handmade paper. It just looks like handmade paper. And this is a few index cards. I guess I have a lot of index cards, and a couple years ago, I just cut a bunch in half to use as, you know, whatever I wanted to use them for. So I put some of those in here because I think they're so cute and fun to use as journaling cards. And then this is just a piece of copy-dyed music that you can do whatever you want with, you know, collage, whatever. This is just a piece of scrap that I think is neat with the craft color and the polka dots. That's actually was on a roll like wrapping paper, but it's kind of thick, like paper bag. And then calendar, little calendar. This is a little Rolodex card. I made a bunch of these too out of scraps and things, so extra scrapbook paper. So this is a real pretty one. That looks like a map, collage map on the back there. And then these are some other little pieces. Let me turn it upside down and go through this. These are some little pieces that I made out of scraps that I just cut and rounded the corners so they could be bases or journaling spots. Those three, and then this is a little one that I folded in half and put a little piece of paper inside for a journaling spot, right? Got to use every scrap, right? And then here's a little, it's two little tiny labels with strings or tags. And I recently got myself a new stamp. I was practicing, so I put this one. This is a little practice piece. I cut out these labels out of file folder. See, I put it on both sides, so I was practicing. But you can glue this down somewhere if you want to, or whatever. Stick it in a pocket. But it says, "This book belongs to," and there's a line to write on. And see, I did it on this side. I think I did it on this side first, and it was crooked. So I turned it over and did it on this side straight. So you could glue, if you don't like this side, you could glue it down. And there you go. You got the perfect side. And then I thought it'd be fun to have some labels to possibly glue down somewhere. In this little journal, or any place you want to. Maybe you have other journals. So there's a little label there. That's a, has the corners angled. There's a little oval. And then this is a little dictionary. These I printed. These little labels. I keep them in my stash. And I have labels. If I need labels, I can print them out easily and, make myself some labels. But this is a little dictionary, like a meaning or definition. This is also some words. This says, "Courage, dear heart." Some numbers, number 9. These are some also labels. This one says journal. This one's blank, and this one says memories. And then these are some little numbers. I just was looking through my little stuff that looks like it would go with this journal, So these are some little letters here, actually. S, R, and F. So yeah, just some little things I thought somebody, they kind of go with this journal, I think, and somebody can have fun with these in this journal or another little journal, whatever, glue book or whatever you might be working in at your house, or maybe you want to give this as a gift. So I might, if I have, I was just thinking of putting this into one of my drawstring bags to mail it, which would be like this and this together. I think I have a drawstring bag that this will fit in, so that would make it like a nice little gift too. So I don't have it here. I haven't picked one out, but if I have one that this will fit in, this will come along with inside, and that will give it protection during mailing too. Besides, I'll probably bubble wrap the whole thing, or bubble wrap this and put the drawstring. If I find one that it'll fit in, put that in the package separately. But this will be in my shop when you see this video, and I hope you enjoyed this little project. It was just kind of like a little detour, like squirrel type of thing. Like, oh, when I started, I said I need to unbox the Postal Love, and hey, why don't I decorate this little booklet? So that was quite a fun detour. And so I will let you all go, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting, and liking, and clicking the bell. And I'll see y'all next time. Happy crafting.